How to heal from a trauma bond. There is a moment in every survivor's life when they ask themselves a quiet question. How do I actually heal from this? How do I separate myself from someone who felt like home but also hurt me so deeply? How do I rebuild a life that does not revolve around the patterns of fear, longing, apology, and hope? If you are asking that question today, I want you to know something. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. You are not weak. You are not dramatic. You are not failing. You are recovering from a bond that was built on survival. And survival bonds take time to unwind. Healing takes time, structure, and compassion. Today, we are not focusing on what a trauma bond is. We are focusing on how you heal from one, how you take your nervous system, your mind, and your sense of self back. Let's begin. Step 1. Accept that this is going to be a process. Healing from a trauma bond does not happen all at once. It does not happen because you learned new information or had one breakthrough moment. Healing is not a single decision. It is many small decisions, repeated over and over, especially on the days that feel heavy. You will have days when you feel strong. You will have days when the longing comes back. You will have days when you question if you made the right choice. This is how healing works. It is not failure. It is recovery. The first step is accepting the truth that this will take time and that your timeline is not a problem. Step 2. Rebuild safety inside your body. Trauma bonds stay alive because your nervous system learned to associate chaos with connection. Your body held fear and love in the same place. Your body learned to stay alert, to scan for danger, to change yourself depending on someone else's mood. When you leave that person or break the cycle, your body does not instantly feel safe. So healing begins inside the body. Start with grounding, slow breaths, feeling your feet on the floor, putting your hand on your chest and reminding yourself that the danger is no longer present. These small acts teach your body a new truth. You are safe now. You do not have to brace yourself. You do not have to anticipate anyone's anger. You do not have to perform for love. When the body stops living in a survival state, your healing accelerates. Step 3. Break the fantasy, not just the contact. People often think that leaving the person is the hard part. And yes, it is hard. But the deeper challenge is leaving the fantasy you built around them, the fantasy that they would change, the fantasy that there was something you could still do to fix it, the fantasy that the love you gave would finally be enough. Healing requires honesty, and honesty can be painful. Write down the truth of what happened. Write down the patterns. Write down the promises that never became reality. Write down the nights you cried or felt afraid. Not to dwell on it, but to give your mind something solid when the longing tries to rewrite the past. Trauma bonds survive on fantasy. Healing survives on truth. Step 4. Rebuild your identity. A trauma bond slowly takes your identity apart. You begin to define yourself around the relationship, around their moods, their needs, their approval. So healing means you rebuild who you are. Ask yourself simple questions. What do I like? What brings me peace? What makes me feel alive? What values matter to me? What kind of life do I want to create for myself? These are not small questions. These are the foundation of your new beginning. Rebuilding your identity is how you separate from the person emotionally and psychologically. This step takes time. It unfolds slowly. It is also the part of healing that brings joy back into your life. Step 5. Learn what healthy love actually feels like. Many survivors do not realize this, but healing from a trauma bond includes learning how healthy connection feels. Because when your nervous system is used to chaos, calm can feel boring or suspicious. Support can feel unfamiliar. Kindness can feel uncomfortable. So part of healing is retraining yourself to recognize real love. Healthy love does not make you afraid. Healthy love does not make you guess. Healthy love does not punish you for having needs. Healthy love does not break you down and call it passion. Healthy love is steady. It is honest. It is respectful. It is safe. You deserve that, even if it feels unfamiliar at first. Step 6, get support. Healing is not something you have to do alone, and for most people, healing accelerates when they have support. This can be therapy, it can be a support group, it can be a trusted friend who understands trauma, it can be a survivor community. The purpose of support is not to tell you what to do, it is to help you remember who you are. You need safe people around you who can remind you that your pain is real, your healing is real, your progress is real. Step 7, forgive yourself. You might not realize this yet, but self-forgiveness is one of the most important parts of healing a trauma bond. Because survivors often carry shame. Shame for staying, shame for believing the lies, shame for going back, shame for ignoring red flags. None of that shame belongs to you. You did what you needed to do to survive. You loved the best way you knew how. You coped the best way you could. You are healing now because you have always had strength. It was never gone. You were simply surviving. Forgiveness is how you release the shame that never belonged to you in the first place. Healing from a trauma bond is not about erasing the past. It is about reclaiming yourself, your voice, your peace, your power. It is a slow return to who you were always meant to be. Be patient with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are healing. And that is the bravest thing you can do.